Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. It's my first time in WIN, so I'm a bit emotional to be here, and I think I'm happy to share a bit of my stories. So I'm going to start with a personal story because I joined BMS 5 years ago. I was in another big pharma, US-based company, and I didn't want to leave my previous company. I was very happy. I had the career path. I really all lined up for different positions. But I got contacted by talent acquisition of BMS and also a headhunter. And the position was general manager Italy. And that was a bit my dream job. And I was like, oh my God, should I leave my company that I really like? Or should I consider this job? And what is this company? BMS is a big pharma company. So lots of questions. Should I change now that I've been 11 years with a company? I'm known and people know me and they know how I work. Why should I take the risk of changing everything, right? And I started to look at the role. And I said, oh my God, it's a general manager of a big organization of 500 people, for a company that I really admire in terms of research and development, because it's a company committed for cancer research, for immunology, for cardiovascular. And then I started to look at, okay, this company has never been led in Italy by a woman. So, oh my God, can I do it? And I'm not Italian, so I didn't speak any Italian, when I was contacted by the headhunter. I said, are you sure you are targeting me as a potential candidate for this company? Because I'm French, I'm not Italian, I've never been general manager. I've had many roles of cluster lead and so, but I've never owned a country with a P&L of that size. So, I'm happy to compete, but I feel like an outsider completely. So I say, okay, I have nothing to lose. So I'm going. I went through all the interviews and I met extraordinary people in BMS. I don't know, I got the job. Yeah. I got the job and I was so happy because, as you said before, I found my home in BMS for different reasons. But I think the first one, as an external employee joining such a big company like BMS, is because of the trust they gave me at the beginning. Say, okay, you've got the job now, start, lead. And my commitment was the person that recruited me. I said to her, I'm going to learn Italian because I cannot join a company of that size. Especially, I'm passionate about inclusion and being close to people and connect with the people of the organization. I'm not going to speak to them in English. I have to start in Italian. So all my meetings were in Italian. I would answer in English, step by step, and taking Italian class to be able to react in Italian. And now I'm fluently speaking Italian. So this is a bit my story. But I mean, in a nutshell, I wanted to emphasize the culture and the value of a company are extremely important because it's a sense of belonging. The sense of belonging that I found in BMS is that we are serving patients, we are an R&D company, so we advance science, we are passionate about innovation, we operate with integrity and passion, sense of urgency, because when you deal with oncological patients, you need to speed up, right? Inclusion and diversity, accountability are the value that you live. They're not just written on the wall. I see them, I live them, and I try to lead by example, showing them every day. And I think this is very important. So I think the company of the future is a company where you feel well, you feel that you belong to those values, and something that we talk about, a company in which you are happy. Happy because someone trusts you, someone values your opinion, you're heard, you have clear objectives, you know what you contribute for. And so you feel like you're part of this journey. And this is extremely important because, as many of my colleagues said, people have choice now. It's not like you go for a company and you sign for 20 years. Millennials have a completely different view on what they wait for, on what they need. And therefore, the company culture, the company value is extremely important. And don't think that people don't change their ideas. So you have to value your workforce and stay close to them. For example, in BMS, we have a pulse. We have a list of 10, 12 questions that we are asking every quarter to feel how the company is feeling. And this is extremely important because it's anonymous and gives a lot of feedback on how we can improve things. I didn't prepare any slide, but I was like thinking about some talking points. Another growth driver for me is diversity. So I think if you have a diverse organization with gender parity, you are more equipped to win. For example, in my leadership team in BMS Italy, we have gender parity. So out of 12 members of my committee direction, we are half female and half men. And this is an equilibrium that I want to keep. This is a balance that I really think is important. And I see that cascading also on the rest of the organization. For that, we have different programs in BMS, and Be Now, you may have seen it outside, is a group, is a network of women that we have created in the company globally, but then each country have a chapter, and I'm part of it, and I'm representing it. We also partner with Valoredi, which is an association in Italy to promote female development and female work. And so this is extremely important. Mentoring, coaching, and another thing is female need to help female. There is a need for solidarity and coaching and help others to grow, because this is how you build a diverse and a motivating environment. Another thing that I wanted to talk, and I'm going to stop here, is the fact that solidarity, again, is very important. Is very important. And being close to your people is very important. I am very well connected to all my organization. We did so many things to support the people during the pandemic, and this is something that people are very, very happy, that they feel that they have a safe environment where they can develop and contribute at their best. And so that's something that is, we all talk about that, right? Because the world of today is not the world of yesterday. Flexible working is extremely important. In BMS, we used to have 2 days of smart working before the pandemic. Now we have 50% of the time people can work from home. And this is extremely important because now people want to have a good life balance. They want to be happy. They want to be seen as contributor. And this is the new world of tomorrow. We have to build it. And I would finish my speech by saying it's all about education as well. Education of our kids, education of our millennials, show them that the company of the future is a different company from the company we have been seen in the past. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much.